Happy full moon. We just finished a 2 hour session of releasing healing the mother wound. And holy cow, this is the first time that I did anything like that. I do this with other things, but this one was specifically for the mother wound. And there is so much power in what our mothers pass down to us. So much power. However, we get entangled with all of these energies for life if we don't learn to balance them, move them, reshape them, and release them, right? So it was so deeply rooted in me, this wound, right? But this wound is really a wound that had been passed down from my mom, from her mother, my great-great-great-great-grandmother, because as mothers and as parents, as a mother, we co-create with God that's what I did. I co-created with God. I had this vision of a child, and then I birthed them, and there is so much that happens in that transition of when you visualize that child that wants to be birthed, and then when you actually birth them, and there's so much that we pass on to them, but really they choose us for our DNA, for our guidance, for our lifestyle, our mindsets, our belief, our potential. And our potential is limited if we limit ourselves. If we have not ascended, if we have not gotten past our limiting beliefs, mindsets, our traumas from childhood that could have been passed on to us from our parents, if we don't do that, we just continue to pass that on, and we keep basically stumping growth, and the soul has to keep dying and being rebirthed in order to continue to try to reach the higher self. This is what we're here to do. So my work is about freeing the soul. I have been on a twin flame journey over the last year, consciously over the last 7 months, and on the new moon I happened to have met my twin flame, and boom, he disappeared, because there was healing that I still had to do for myself. There was healing that he had to do for himself, and a lot of it has to do with fear. Love cannot coexist with fear. True love cannot coexist with fear. Okay, trust, love, and faith. Love lives at a higher energy. If we have not ascended to the energy of love, we are living in the energy of fear. And see how it just does not compute. So it needs to rise up. It needs to be released. And a lot of these fears are in our root. As we release or acknowledge and balance, there's this really deep work, beautiful work that I do with women and men too, to be able to release this deeply rooted fears that have been passed on to us. But today I was so grateful to feel the energy and the love from my mom, where all this time it felt like what's the word? Curse. Okay. A curse. It felt like a curse. And I get emotional just thinking of that awareness that I just had, that it's not a curse, it became really overbearing because I never did anything with it. Like, my mother birthed me, okay? She freaking birthed me. That's enough. And then she nurtured me and cared for me for years, but was never really able to guide and show me what to do, the way that I wanted. So that was up to me to choose that. That was up to me to learn and I have been learning, and I have been doing this, and I am fully capable of healing myself, which I have been doing, healing cancer, healing thyroid disease, healing stomach. My entire body was breaking down. Like, forget cancer. Your entire body dies when you stop tending to it, when you stop caring for it. Imagine if your house, you never cleaned it. You never cleaned your house. You never rearranged the furniture. You just allow the dust, the dirt, and everything in between to just accumulate. Imagine if that happens. We do that to our bodies all the fucking time. Why? We take care of our cars better than we take care of our bodies. So anyways, there is so much upkeeping that needs to happen in the body with our energies. We are living in a pool of energy all the time, and we are God's most complicated machine. And we need to tend to that by going to a surgeon, by going to a doctor that has no knowledge of any of this. You don't do anything. By going to someone else that can heal you, you don't do much either. You need to learn how to heal yourself. That's what you're here to do. You need to understand that you are a healer, and you are born a healer. And if you're a mother, you are a Reiki master. You just need to awaken to that awareness. Okay, so men too, and men really need our guidance because they are so closed off to this. But we have that within us, just the same way that men have been guiding us for all these centuries. We need to step up. Okay, as women, we need to step up our game. As healers, we can heal ourselves, and we can heal the world. We can heal our children too, and better guide them into how to live a life of love, how to walk the path of love, of divine love as God's children. We are not here to suffer at all. At all. If there is pain within you, that can be transmuted, it could be balanced, and it can be channeled towards exactly what you need. If you're suffering from any illness, you have way too much accumulated energy in your body that is not being tended to. You're way too worried about money. I'm telling you right now, you're way too worried about money. And you're way too worried about the things that are going to affect your ego. And your ego is something that you built in your childhood. Okay, unfortunately, a lot of us were not taught what to do, how to love, and enough of that. We are grown as adults. We can learn. So the Lunar Cycle program is something that I created to help us tune into our own power, tune into our own divine gifts that we were birthed with. Our mothers gave it to us. Our fathers passed it on. And this was all co-created with God. Whether you believe it or not, that's, I have proof. I have tons of proof that God exists. The universe is always working with us. It's not working against us. The weather is not working against us. The weather outside of us is the internal world inside of you. So if we can all co-create a healthy environment within us, we can co-create a healthy environment around us. If we can co-create love within us, we can co-create love around us. And the most important thing that we need to do is release our fears. Because living in the energy of fear is no longer allowed in the new world. There's nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Except for fear itself. We are love. We are love. It's the only energy we should be existing in. It's the only thing we should be spreading around. Love. That is a priority from here on. Today, a spiritual surgery on the full moon. It's what happens every month. A spiritual surgery. If you have any wounds, any pains coming up, they're there to be seen. I'm doing a workshop tonight. I just did one this morning. I'm going to recover. I'm going to do another one tonight at 7 p.m. It's going to be on Zoom. So I posted it on my Facebook, but if you reach out to me, I can send you the link. It's $37 of an energy exchange, and it's going to change your entire life. This is for women. I'm doing this for women today. If you are a male and need this privately done, reach out to see. Maybe I'll put a men's group together. But right now I'm only working with the women, although I have worked with the men, but I'm working with the women only. So the women need the most healing, because if we can heal ourselves, we can absolutely heal the world. Love you, and please reach out if this resonates.